Sup people, welcome to our YouTube channel. We're starting this video series where we will be talking about real estate investment in Ghana. So if you're interested in building your own house, coming up with a real estate investment in Ghana, this will be the right video series to follow. Now the project you see up there is our project that we started 2 years ago in November 2018. And we've been through it from one stage to the other, and we decided to share with you all the details, the dimensions, the cost, everything that you need to make yourself a project manager of your building project. If you are curious as I am with your project, where you want to understand every little bit of stuff that goes on, this is the video for you. We're showing you videos from the foundation, as you can see, the superstructure, as the engineers will say, the pillars, the first floor, and the current state of the building. We're going to give you the cost of all these stages as we proceed. We are also going to give you the cost. As I showed you, we have almost 1,000 price details that we are going to share with you with dates. This will help you plan your project, so you will have a fair idea how long it's going to take, the cost of labor, the cost of materials, where to buy it, how to negotiate with the masons, and so on and so forth. So guys, sit tight, subscribe if you think this is going to be useful for you, and then look out for my videos I'll be releasing every fortnight. Now today we're going to discuss land acquisition, building permit, building plan as our first episode. So when we thought of this project, we needed to get a land. We searched on OLS, on Toneton, and we found one. Fortunately for us, the advertiser was the actual owner and not a real estate agent. So my wife met him in his office. That was a sign of something genuine. So we went to see him, took the documentation, and started the official search. But before then, we checked if we could put some stones on the plot, which he agreed. And it's very important you do this to test the waters. If you go tip a track of stone on and it belongs to someone, they're definitely going to come look for who did it. So we did that for about 2 months, and then we waited for the official search, which took about 3 weeks, and it was about 400 cedis, which is about $80 thereabout now. So once the document we were waiting for the official search, we paid about 5,000 as a commitment fee, so that he would know that at least we are interested and we are not just going to waste his time. So we got the document, and then once we had that, we were ready to go and ready to make full payment for the plot of land. We later added sand, which you can actually see on your screen. So this is how the official land search documents look like. If you haven't seen one, this is how it's supposed to be. Once you put in this, it just confirms that this is the actual land you are buying. Once you get the title or indenture or whatever whatever form of documentation it is from the person you're buying it from. Once we did that, it was time for the plan. So initially we wanted to just build our own house, but because of the location of the plot, we thought having an apartment and we staying on top, like picking the last floor, more like a penthouse, was a better option. So we went for that. We decided to go for a 6 unit. So I went to Floor Planner, which is a free online application, designed this with each room en suite. Once you do this, you will then share it with your architect to come up with a better concept. So I gave it to him and I said, hey, put in your professional expertise and make this better. So he looked at this, and then he came up with something which I'll share with you soon. But I just want to indicate that it's important you share it with your partner. I did, and the first design was terrible. I don't have it here, but my wife didn't like it, even though she wouldn't give me alternatives. So I had to go back to the drawing board and then check this out. But I think it was a very useful thing I did by sharing it with her and then taking her advice. So we came up with this, And the architect brought this. I didn't like this because he changed the ensuite idea for every room, and I told him that, look, I want every room to have its washroom rather than visitors sharing washrooms with family members. So he went back and came up with something more interesting, which I actually loved. So that made, he had all the rooms ensuite, and he put the washroom of the master bedroom underneath the stairs because there was a big stairway, and made sure that the visitors washroom was in the middle, as you can see on the screen. Once that was done, I accepted this with just this little thing here to be removed, and then that was it. And this was the final plan: 2 bedrooms to the right and 3 bedrooms to the left, 3 units on the right, 3 units on the left, like I indicated earlier, to have 6 units. The total cost of the plan was 2,500 Ghana cedis, which is about $500. Then we moved to the permit. So we went to the assembly, we showed them the plan and then the site plan, and they gave us the bill. So now you can pay part, they require 70%, but we managed to negotiate with the guy to pay about 1/3, because we're going to pay the rest in 2 months. So the engineer went with us to the site, checked, made sure that the iron rods we were using were right, the depth were fine, and then we paid the 2,000 so that at least we can start the foundation. And then once we did, 2 months the following year, because this was in November, so 2019, we paid the rest, and then we got the permit. So the permit, as you can see on the screen, was about 8,000 for the project, but this is going to differ from assembly to assembly. So just check it out. When you get there, find someone and then see how best they'll be able to help you in terms of the pricing of the plan. So now, bonus discussion: expensive land in the city or cheaper one in the outskirts? I thought we should discuss this because we've happened to have bought land in the outskirts and then bought this one also in the city. I would say if it's for residential purposes, that's personal use, it doesn't really matter much, because in the outskirts definitely the place is going to open up, develop, and you should be fine, even though you may have to travel longer distance or spend more money on fuel. But I think it's all about your capital stock at the time of purchase. However, if it's for investment purposes, if you buy in the outskirts at a cheaper price, your rate of return will be slower than if you buy in the city. So for instance, whereas in the city you could get your returns in about 5 to 8 years, in the outskirts it could take you 15 to 20. Because for a 2-bedroom house in Hacho, you could get 2,000 to 3,000, which is about $400 to $500 a month unfinished. And then for the same thing in the outskirts, the best you could get is about 1,000 to, which is about $200. So just look at the dynamics. You could spend $30,000 to $50,000 on a land in the city, and or choose to spend $5,000. It's about $10,000 in the outskirts. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in a fortnight with the next video on the foundation, the depth, the iron rods, the dimensions that you need, and of course the price of labor, and of course the digging of the trenches. See you in a bit.